Hey guys, playing Lantern Control. Looking at this hand, it's incredibly slow, but we can kind of play Pithing Needle to try and slow our opponent down turn one if they say play fetch. And, okay, Steam Vents. This might be Storm. That's not going to be good. Storm, Jeskai, Blue-Red, Moon. Could be a lot of decks, but most likely Storm. So what we're going to want to play out first is a Pixis, because we don't know for sure exactly what our opponent is on yet. So we do kind of want to figure that out before we start naming stuff with Pithing Needle. It looks like a Delta. Okay. Alright, we're going to play Darkslick Shores here. We're going to play Delta, Pithing Needle that is. And name, yeah, okay, so he fetches. So we're going to name Scalding Tar. They get an island. We're going to name Jace the Mind Sculptor. Yeah. It's very unlikely that our opponent is, we'll play Opal now. It's unlikely that our opponent is on Storm when they're playing a Delta. Okay, looks like an Opt. Cool. So now all we need to do is, we're going to play Sanctum next turn. We can play out Bridge if we want, or just Warp and Venture for something on our opponent's end step. Let's see what they play here. Vendilion Click, they're going to target us. That's weird, they didn't do it on their turn, or on our turn, on our draw step or upkeep or something. A little bit weird, but okay. They should take the Whir, because Whir gives us more options. Yeah, they take Whir and leave us with Bridge. So yeah, this hand was like borderline keepable because it just had no hand disruption. Alright, we'll play the Botanical Sanctum. Shredder, excellent draw. Alright, we will play Bridge. So all we need to do now is find a Lantern of Insight. So to that end, I'm going to start milling myself on my opponent's end step with Shredder, because I can kind of, if I can find an Academy of Ruins, I can, start bringing stuff back. Plus it gives me more information, lets me see more stuff. So this has got to be a Blue Moon. So we're going to mill ourselves here, see what we get. Witchbane Orb, cool. We'll do the Glimmer Void here, and then go to our opponent's turn. Four mana Cryptic. Electrolyze, got it. Okay. We really want to get the lock sometime soon. Bolt, you got it. So we could do Shredder and on end step bring back Witchbane Orb. And we're lucky we picked Jace the Mind Sculptor as well. That was a really, really good pick there with the Pithing Needle. Oh, I meant to do that to myself. Whoops. Alright, we're going to play a land and Thoughtseize and see what our opponent has in hand. But hey, we got a Bolt, so we're happy. If they have a Cryptic or something, Cryptic it is. They're going to Cryptic the Thoughtseize, or they're going to Cryptic bounce the Bridge. Counter spell, draw a card, got it. Okay. Alright. Feels like they have a combo in hand then. Probably not the Emrakul combo. Bottom top. Well, that's an easy mill. We will definitely mill whatever they put on top. Opt, got it. Okay, we'll play Spire of Industry. We're going to start milling ourselves again. Especially because we are giving our opponent a lot of options for Snapcaster Mage. Which means we want to get in a Whir to try and play around our opponent doing like Snap Cryptic or something like that. Okay, our opponent's spending 4 mana, maybe a Jace. Yep, thank God we paid for we named Jace with Pithing Needle. It's incredibly lucky. We're going to mill ourselves here and see what we get. Ancient Stirring, so that sucks. Thoughtseize. Okay, I will play a Thoughtseize on my opponent. See what we get. Remand. That sounds like that feels like a mistake because we're going to do it again. Okay, yeah, easy snap. Okay, so they got Sulphur Falls, they got a Jace. All we really need now is just the combo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 mana open. Yeah, we're just gonna keep milling ourselves. Our opponent really just has no outs right now. They have 1 unknown card. Alright, we milled an Opal, that's great. A Bobble. Okay, so we're gonna use this Bobble to fix our own draws. So when we get to our opponent's draw step is when we're gonna bobble ourselves and then see what we can, if we mill away with Codex Shredder or not. Electrolyze, you got it. So yeah, so we do need to get this Witchbane Orb back at some point. Or at the very least, we need the lock on so we can start milling away our opponent's burn spells. We're going to do it on our opponent's end step. Mishra's Bobble ourselves. We played a Sulphur Falls. What do I see? A Codex Shredder? Wait. What did it show? A Shredder or a Whir? Do I want a Shredder? No. Alright, we'll see what we draw. On our upkeep, draw for turn, I guess. Bridge is cool. And Aspire, alright. We'll play another bridge. So yeah, at this point our opponent just really needs to get burnout. So on our opponent's end step, we're just going to Shredder, bringing back the Witchbane Orb. Cryptic Bounce. Gonna bounce the Pithing Needle. Yeah. That's a very good idea. Okay. So they Cryptic Bounce Pithing Needle, which means they can Jace next turn. Yep, a Bolt. Alright, so they have a Jace in hand. They're opting. Alright, so they're gonna brainstorm soon. They might be trying to find counterspells for this Pithing Needle here. They're gonna bring back the Vendilion Click to get rid of this Pithing Needle? Okay. We're just gonna mill our opponent then. On draw step. Yep, okay. So now we have the Lantern Lock or the Pithing. Oh boy. Our opponent does not want to do this. Lantern or Needle? Lantern it is. Okay. Alright, we'll play Lantern. We can start milling away our opponent's stuff. We definitely want to mill away a Snapcaster. Ooh, a Bolt. We are just gonna Pixis here to get rid of that Bolt. Okay, an Island is fine for our opponent. We didn't want to get rid of that Ancient Stirrings, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, they're gonna fetch to try and find something nicer, but it doesn't look like they're gonna get it. A Remand is okay because it gives them a free draw. They should be brainstorming with Jace now, because they really do need to find this kill ASAP with their burn spells. Yeah. Draw 3, so they got a Cryptic, an Island, and yeah, and the Scalding Tarn that was already there. Okay, so they're playing a Tarn. They have Cryptic and Island. They probably just got a Cryptic, and they're probably okay. Well, second Jace. Sure. Gonna Jace again. Scalding Tarn, you got it. Serum Visions. Yeah, our opponent's really just trying to find what they need. Okay, 2 cards, Vendilion Click and Jace. Great. So they're not drawing anything yet. I mean, what do they have? They have Bolt, Bolt, Electrolyze, Electrolyze, Bolt. So they have 1 more Bolt, and they have probably 2 more Electrolyze left. That's what I'm assuming is what my opponent has here that's relevant. We're going to play this Pixis. We can honestly just start milling our opponent out. So that's what we're going to do, is just try and mill them a lot. Remand is okay for them to draw. Serum Visions. Draw, scry 2. Bottom, Electrolyze. So that is a Pixis. Flooded Terrain is fine. What did they get? 3 cards. Wait, whoops. Rainforest Tarn. Alright, so that's really good for us. Piankir Nalar. Wait. How did they get the Piankir Nalar? We want Pixis. We want Codex Shredder, so we'll take it. Whir is an excellent draw. Whir can grab a Pithy Needle for this Jace. They're going to fetch with Flooded Strand. Yeah, of course they are. They got a Misty Rainforest still. Oh, they just failed to find. Okay. Alright. We're going to let them brainstorm. They got a Snap. Alright, Snap is very, very dangerous. That's not good for us at all. Play the Rainforest. Okay. So we're going to mill our opponent. Because we do need to try and win ASAP. A Whir is a very good draw, but they probably have a Cryptic. So we're not going to do this yet. We're going to do it on our opponent's upkeep. We can't Whir for Witchbane Orb, although we can Codex Shredder it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. So we're going to, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We have enough mana to Codex Shredder next turn. That is on their end step. So we might Whir on end step, bait out the Cryptic. Yep, you snap. Snap, you got it. Snapcaster Bolt. Okay. And then in response to... No, wait. I shouldn't have done that. I could have tried to Whir for Cage. I should have waited. Use second Snap Bolt. Because they failed to find earlier, that means they won't have enough to Snap Bolt me again, so I can Whir in that case. Yeah, they failed to find, so they're just doing a shuffle effect now. Ooh, a Blood Moon is bad for us. So we'll mill that. Yeah, you can get a Sulphur Falls. Piankir and Alars are really bad for us. So we definitely need to mill that. So we are getting close to milling out our opponent. Return a creature, snap. Okay, I'm gonna Whir here. And then tap, bridge, opal for 3, 4? Not for, no. Whir for 1. There. We Whir for a... Let's see what our opponent does here. Okay. Remand, Cryptic, counter draw. We can't let them get that. So we're gonna mill. Okay, they get a Logic Knot. That is incredibly annoying. Can we let them get a Logic Knot? Because they can counter whatever we next play. No, because we're gonna next play is gonna be a Witchbane Orb to try and lock our opponent out. Spell Snare should be fine. So we're not gonna be able to counter a Witchbane Orb. Yeah. So he bounced the Snapcaster. Desolate Lighthouse. I don't want to sack the Shredder because our opponent's holding up a counter spell. They can snap Cryptic. Do they snap Electrolyze? Snap Bolt? So they bolt. So they just really need to find the final burn spell. They've bolted twice here. They have used up one bolt. So they have one bolt left and maybe an Electrolyze or two. There's a Tarn. So they bounce. Oh yeah, they bounce Snapcaster. What am I thinking? Anything I can do here? Well, yeah. Nope. I'm done. Whoops. All right. We go to the next one. Should have played all in on the. I'm not sure. That was really weird. Okay. We don't need an extra bridge. Pithy Needle's fine. Grafdigger's Cage is fine. Surgical is okay. Collective Brutality is okay. Jar and Jar. That's what we'll consider for now. And let's say bridge for now. And technically Maelstrom Pulse. Okay, so those are the possible cards we can bring in. We really not need. We don't need the extra bridge. Maelstrom Pulse only hits Jace, but so does Pithy Needle. So we don't need Pulse. Tezzerit's for the long game. He's okay. Abrupt Decay hits Snapcaster Mage and Vendilion Click, and that's basically it. We don't really care about destroying permanents. Oh, except for Blood Moon. It hits Blood Moon, so one Abrupt Decay should be fine for Blood Moon. Brutality is a Duress, which is good, and that's it. So why wouldn't we just run Inquisition and Thoughtseize? So would you really need Brutality? I would say no. It lets us empty our hand, but we don't really need to against a deck like Blue-Red Moon. Surgical is fine because we can get rid of certain spells that our opponent uses, and we can counter, say, half of a Snapcaster at the same time. Welding Jar turns off a Braid. Okay, Pixis is fine to remove. Pirate Spellbomb is fine to remove because they didn't really have any key creatures, and Pirate Spellbomb is, you know, we just mill them out. Do we need one Pixis for an Emrakul? We didn't see any combo, so it really was just Blue-Red Moon. And so it's kind of just a control deck, I think. But we never got to resolve a Thoughtseize against them and see what was in their hand. They might have had some sort of combo in there, and it might have been with Emrakul. So we do need Pixis to hit Emrakul, but so does Surgical. So I think we can get rid of a Pixis here and use Surgical as backup. We like Double Cage. Really only need one, but Double Cage just in case they remove one, of course. Pithy Needles for Jace, Tarn, and that. Yeah, we can just remove a Pithy Needle, right? It's only really just for Jace. We can remove a Jar, and we can shave. Maybe we just don't bring in Decay and basically just make sure they don't get bridge. We you know, rip it out of their hand. Wow, this hand looks keepable, of course, but it doesn't actually do anything, so it's a mole. This hand is much more playable. Cage is fine. Alright, we're going to play a Lantern on turn 1. They have a Flooded Strand. We play Cage turn 2. Okay, Strand is gone. Alright. So we are going to play Stirrings. Try and find a Shredder. Another Lantern and Opal. Okay, we're just going to grab this Opal. We'll order it in Thoughtseize, Lantern, Spire, Island. Alright. We might just lose to a resolved Blood Moon very soon. So we have to hope that's not going to be the case. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a Blood Moon soon. They shuffle. Okay. Steam Vents. Okay. Sulfur Falls. Okay. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can whir for a Codex Shredder. Because we don't need bridge now, do we? We're going to hold up whir in case they do play a Blood Moon. One, two, Shredder. That should be fine. Shredder it is. They counter it, remand it, remand. Which we knew they had. They got a Ceremonious Rejection. But do we want a Stirrings? Yes. We're gonna have to set a stop on our upkeep though. Okay. Stop it. Remove it. There. Okay. Okay, so we have a bunch of lands. We'll just get a land because we don't need another lantern. And there. And then we will play out bridge. Or whir. We'll just do whir because we can kind of run it out now. We can whir for... They have another counterspell. Opt. Opt it is. Dispel is also a thing. So we'll just whir for a Shredder. Did they... Whoops. Did they bottom? They bottomed. They got a Tarn from the opt. Okay. Well. We're going to grab a Shredder. Witchbane Orb is a good draw for us. So now what we really want is Thoughtseize Effect and try and rip away the good cards in our opponent's hand. Vendilion Click. A Braid. That's annoying. Let's see what they have below the Serum Visions. Snapcaster. Well, that is really annoying. And we're going to shuffle our opponent's library because we don't want them having a Snapcaster. Keep in mind, we can always bring back the Lantern with Academy Ruins, which is why we have to stop on our upkeep. They have Ceremonious Rejection, of course, with Serum Visions. Yep. Bottom. Bottom. Right, we're just gonna bring back this Lantern. Waste our opponent's counter spell here. Sure, so Ceremonious Rejection. They did not get that Snapcaster. Really hope they don't get Jace or anything resolved. Alright, I'm just gonna mill them. Electrolyze. Alright. We're gonna play out the orb. So bridge is better than orb. They counter orb, like countering orb, countering bridge is the same thing. So snap, remand, that's fine. Snap a braid, also fine. Snap rejection, fine. Because we have Academy Runes, we kind of bring stuff back. So we're kind of happy with this. This is okay. Ceremonious, that's okay. It really, I don't know. Aha. Okay. So they see that we don't have bridge. And they're just like, wait a sec, I can just swing the snap a bunch. Opt. Okay. Put it on top, they drew. That's not good. Yeah, so we're milling our opponent blindly here because we kind of have all the cards we need in our graveyard, which is literally just the Lantern that we want to get back. There's the Jace. That's not good. And so we might be able to mill our opponent out really quickly. So right here, our opponent's tapped out. So we can bring Lantern next turn. They've missed you. That's not good. So we kind of can try and mill out our opponent. We're going to play out the lantern, see what we get. Our opponent might just ceremonious rejection. No. Okay, perfect. Shredder on top. Awesome. Opponent can have a land. They might just fetch end step because they don't want to get a land. Yeah. They can have bolt because we have Witchbane Orb. So what? You cryptic away the orb and then what? Opt, bottom, bolt. Fine with me. Let's see what you draw. Serum Visions. Yeah, you can get that off of Brainstorm. 2 cards into the reveal. Okay, it's just lands and remand. So for falls and a remand. Remand's actually a good draw for our opponent because they can just remand our bridge when we play it. And we are going to play bridge pretty soon. Serum Visions, they get a bolt. Sure. So 30 cards left. So they're going through their deck actually pretty quickly. They bottom, okay. We're just going to mill our opponent. We're going to play Shredder before we play anything else. And then play bridge. Okay. Our opponent knows what's up. They know they don't want bridge to resolve. They do have Snap a Braid though. Yeah, they got a lot of stuff going on right now. Cryptic. Cryptic. Counter target spell. Return to hand my orb. Yeah, that's fair. Can you have a remand? No. Let's say no. So you can't remand our orb. Logic Knot is a hard counter to orb. That's a no. Cryptic is also a hard counter to orb, but I can't do anything about that now. So there's your Cryptic. Oh, that sucks. They bolt us. Yep, they're trying to kill us quickly as they can. They might even Jace plus us to do what they need to do. We're going to swing for 2. They have Cryptic up for this orb, which is incredibly annoying. I don't know how many turns we have left of this. I've probably misplayed somewhere in this game, honestly. This deck is incredibly complex, but it's a lot of fun to play. But Jace is very, very good at what he does. There's an explosives. Island bolt. Okay. Oh, bolt hurts. Flooded strand. Bolt. Yep. They holding up Cryptic. There's another bolt. Okay. Looks like one more bolt is lethal. Yeah. Another bolt, maybe? Fetch. What are you doing? Electrolyze? You got it. GG's. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.